welcome back to another episode of the Money, Wine and Cheese Club, where we talk about practical strategies to increase your financial well-being. I'm Sarah, and today we're going to explore the power of a zero balance budget. Now, if you've been here long enough, you know that is like my preferred way to budget. That's what I use. And I think it's the one that it's easier to understand, and it really works well, especially if you have, a lot of goals and a lot of things you want to do with your money. So this is my preferred way, and this is what we're going to talk about today. So budgeting is like the roadmap to financial success. It's not just about tracking expenses, it's about telling your money where to go. And the zero balance budget takes it a step further. But what exactly is a zero balance budget? So a zero balance budget, also known as zero-based budgeting, is a financial planning method where your income minus your expenses equals zero. In other words, every dollar you earn has a designated purpose, whether it's to pay bills, whether it's to save, whether it's to live life. Whatever it is, every dollar is accounted for. So it's about giving every dollar you earn a job. Tell it where to go in your budget, in your monthly budget. So how does that work? Let's break it down in like 3 very simple steps. So step 1. First, you're going to calculate your income. Determine the total of your monthly income. And you can do it weekly or bi-weekly, but I find it's easier to budget monthly so that you can divide the bills, you know what bill is coming, and according to your paychecks, you are going to put it all in a big chunk, and then from there, it's easier to decide which bills need to be paid with the first part of the income that comes in and the others that can be left till the second paycheck, okay? So, and this is just a question of habit. I think it works really well this way. But again, that's me. You just have to try it out and see whatever works for you best, okay? So, in your income, you are going to put everything that you earn, all the money coming in is your income, be it from your full-time job, be it from a side hustle, be it from something you sold, everything. It doesn't matter if it's recurring income, like every month you get that paycheck or those paychecks, or if it's money just coming in once. If it's coming in that month, you are going to put it in and you are going to deal with it just like you deal with all the income coming in from everywhere else, if that makes sense, okay? So for step number 2, you're going to list all your expenses. Everything you spend money on, rent, mortgages, savings, car, whatever, everything you need to account for. Netfli, I don't care if it's $1 or if it's $1,000. If it's going out every month, you need to write it down. You need to be able to account for it, okay? And that is really, really important. If you go to the cinema, you must count that in, This is like the only way it's going to work, at least at the beginning, when you're just starting out budgeting and we don't really know how much we're spending where. So this is going to inform how we are going to deal with it from now on, right? This is going to inform if we are spending less than we thought, if we're spending more than we thought. Can we afford to spend that much? Can we afford to spend more? This is how we're going to know exactly all the money that's coming in and everything that's going out and how we are going to work this out, okay? And for step number 3, allocate your income. So And this is like the part where magic happens. Assign every dollar of your income, of the money coming in, to a specific expense category, savings goals, everything that you have going on in your life. I mean, if you have sinking funds, if you want to take a vacation and you are saving for that, if you are saving for your taxes and you are putting aside a little bit every month, all the money needs to be allocated. And you cannot just put money everywhere and then have like $100 that you don't know what to do with because, oh, extra money. No, give it a name. If it's to go, spend it on something you want, it's fine, but just give it a name. Just tell it, because if you don't, chances are when you decide to go and spend that money, it's already gone because you didn't really pay attention to it, because you knew you had some extra money and you just spent it like that. And you can't even remember where it went. You just know that it's spent and it's not there anymore. Okay? So it's important that you allocate every single dollar. This only means that you're giving every dollar a purpose. And again, only you know where you need or want to spend your money. So, and there's no right or wrong. It's just so that you know who is in control, and it's you in control of your money and not your money in control of you. I think that is really, really important. Now, why go through all this trouble, right? What's the goal of creating a budget in our lives? Well, budgeting isn't just about restricting spending. It's about empowerment. You don't believe me? Let me tell you. Okay, so goal setting. A budget helps you set financial goals and work towards them systematically, whether it's saving for a down payment on a house, pay off debt, for a vacation, whatever it is, you can create those goals and you can see progress when you have a budget and you are allocating your money to those things that are important to you. Because if you don't, like I said, you're going to be spending that money anyway. You just don't know where and you have nothing to show for it. But if you are saving for a vacation, when you go on vacation, you know where that money came from and you are proud of yourself because you kept to it and you have the money to go and have fun with your family. That makes sense. Okay, so why else is it important? Well, financial awareness. By tracking your expenses, you gain a deeper understanding of your spending habits. And this awareness allows you to identify areas where you can cut back and that way save more efficiently. Or even decide that you can spend a little bit more on some categories that you weren't spending because you thought you couldn't afford it. Emergency preparedness. Life is unpredictable, and unexpected expenses can throw a wrench into your financial plans, anybody's financial plans. So a budget helps us build an emergency fund, providing a safety net, for those things that it's not a question of whether or not they're going to happen, it's when they're going to happen. Your car is going to break down, your dishwasher is going to break down, and you are going to need a plan B. You're going to need some money to replace those things. And this is one of the ways you can prepare yourself for that. What else? Well, debt management. Budgeting is a powerful tool for tackling that debt. By allocating extra funds towards debt repayment, you can accelerate your progress towards financial freedom. You can actually repay debt faster, and that way start living the life you want, creating that freedom that you aspire earlier on in your life. Okay. Another thing, and it's one of the most important to me, is peace of mind. Perhaps the most significant benefit of budgeting is this actually for everybody, because it does bring you such a peace of mind knowing that you are going to be okay, because you know exactly where you are financially. you know, and knowing exactly where your money is going allows you to feel more in control of your finances and reduces a lot of stress, a lot of that financial stress, the same financial stress that is keeping you where you are right now, refusing to create a budget, refusing to look at your bank statements. A budget like this, or any budget actually, is going to reduce that stress, that anxiety, because you'll feel more in control. Because finally, no matter what the situation is, at least you'll know where you're at. And that is so important. It's like, really, this really goes, there's nothing better than that peace of mind that you have, that even if you owe a lot of money, even if you are like I was, and if you've been here long enough, you know this about me, when you are rock bottom, at least you know where you are, and you can create a plan, a financial plan, and go from there. Because if you don't know, if you're afraid, scared, stressed to look at it, you don't know how bad the situation is. It might not be that bad. On the other hand, it might even be worse, but at least you know, and you can create a plan and go from there. Because if you don't know, you can't create a plan. You'll never get out of there, because you just don't even know where to start or where you should start. So please do consider creating a budget and getting rid of that stress. Okay, so whether you're aiming to save for retirement, to travel the world, or just achieve some financial stability that you never knew until now, creating this zero balance budget will help you get there. I promise you that much. And actually, it's, this about me as well, if you've been here long enough, it's not restrictive. It's actually giving you permission to spend. I know that no matter what, every month I have in my budget like a little bit of pocket money for me and for my husband. And I don't, sometimes it's $20 and sometimes it's $200 and sometimes it's $500. Whatever it is, I have permission to spend that money however I want, because everything else is taken care of. Groceries are taken care of, rent's taken care of, taxes is taken care of, and that money is mine. If it's $20, I can choose where I'm going to spend it, and nobody's coming after me to get those $20 to buy bread or whatever, because they're mine. I've accounted for everything else. So I hope this is your permission to do that as well, to create a budget and to really start living that life that you deserve to live. Get rid of that stress once and for all. Okay? Thank you so much for being here. I hope I have inspired you to start that zero balance budget. I have a lot of free resources and paid resources on my blog, on my website, so feel free to go over there and just take a look. And if you need any help, just, send me an email. If there's any other topics you'd like me to talk about on budgeting, just let me know and I'll do that for you. Okay? Remember, financial wellness is within reach, and it all starts with a budget and a zero balance budget. Thank you so much for being here. Join me next time as we continue to go down this road of owning our situation and start living that life that we want so much. Again, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.